Thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. Today, we are focusing on a significant regulatory development in Australia, the phased implementation of the Therapeutic Goods Administration's, or TGA's, unique device identification system. This initiative aims to enhance the traceability of medical devices, improve post-market safety activities, and align Australia's regulatory framework with global standards, ultimately leading to better patient outcomes. The rollout is structured in phases, and the first critical deadline is approaching, directly impacting manufacturers and sponsors of high-risk devices. The TGA has established a clear timeline for UDI compliance, starting with the devices that pose the highest risk. Effective July 1, 2026. Sponsors of all Class 3 and implantable Class 2B medical devices must provide UDI data to the TGA before their products can be legally supplied in Australia. This is not a soft launch. It is a mandatory requirement for market access. The core of this new system is the Australian UDI Database, known as the AusUDID. For every applicable device, sponsors are now responsible for obtaining the necessary UDI information from the manufacturer and entering it accurately into this central database. This data includes both the device identifier, UDI-DI, and production identifier, UDI-PI information. This first deadline of July 1, 2026, sets the stage for a broader implementation across all device classes. While the immediate focus is on high-risk devices, it is important to be aware of the subsequent deadlines to plan for future compliance activities. The next phase will apply to Class 2A and non-implantable Class 2B devices, with a compliance date of July 1, 2028. Following that, Class 1 sterile and Class 1 measuring devices will need to comply by July 1, 2030, and finally, all other Class 1 devices will be included from July 1, 2031. This tiered approach allows the industry to adapt, but for those dealing with high-risk devices, the time to prepare is now. The introduction of the AusUDID ID signifies a shift towards greater transparency and data-driven post-market surveillance. The database will serve as the single source of truth for device information in Australia, and parts of it will be publicly accessible. This means that healthcare providers, patients, and researchers will have access to standardized, reliable data about the devices used in their care. For sponsors, this means that the accuracy and completeness of the data submitted will be paramount, as it will be subject to public and regulatory scrutiny. To navigate this transition successfully, we recommend several practical actions for regulatory, quality, and market access teams. First, sponsors must establish clear and immediate communication channels with their device manufacturers. You need to confirm that they have assigned UDIs to their devices in accordance with globally recognized standards, and that they can provide you with the complete data package required for submission to the AusUDID. Do not wait until 2025 to start these conversations. Second, develop a robust internal process for managing UDI data. This includes procedures for collecting, validating, submitting, and maintaining the information in the AusUDID. UDI data management is not a one-time activity. It requires ongoing governance to handle updates, changes to device information, and new product introductions. Consider who in your organization will be responsible for this and what systems you will use to ensure data integrity. Third, while the TGA's initial focus is on the database submission, manufacturers should concurrently review their labeling and packaging strategies to ensure they are prepared for the eventual physical marking requirements. Aligning with standards from issuing agencies like GS1 or HIBCC will be crucial for seamless global distribution. Finally, begin familiarizing your team with the technical specifications and user guides for the AusUDID as they are released by the TGA. Understanding the platform's functionality and data requirements early will prevent last-minute compliance challenges and ensure a smooth submission process ahead of the July 1, 2026 deadline. If you need assistance navigating Australia's new UDI requirements or any other aspect of global market access, please check out Pure Global. We specialize in helping medtech and IVD companies streamline their regulatory processes. For more resources, check the description for a link to our free AI tools and regulatory database. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.